Hello everybody, it's another bright, beautiful sunny day, and last night we saw the first night of the full supermoon, which will be happening again tonight. And so the energy, the theme of today is all going to be about the moon. And yesterday we looked at the sun, and if you haven't had a look at it, please do have a look. It's this masculine, this powerful energy of strength. And today we're going to be looking at our feminine. And the full moon often gives a chance to add an intention, to start afresh and to release what no longer serves you. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful time for that we've worked up to inner strength, outer strength, resilience, protection. We've looked at who we are in space, who we are to each other, and really given this idea of self-care. That now that we've had a few goes at thinking of what we want to release into the world and what positivity we also want to send in today's session, we're really going to be thinking about what we want to be moving forward. We know that we're starting to build up our skills, and this is a lifelong endeavour. We're never going to sit here and be fully ready. But what do you want to let go of right now? And we're going to work through this throughout our whole flow today, throughout the rest of the day, again with the moon tonight and tomorrow as well. So even if you're watching this on a day delay, you can still end this on the other side of the moon. And then tomorrow we're going to do a rebalance of the sun and the moon coming together and finding harmony as we work on our inner characteristics, our sun, which we want to keep, and the moon, our feminine, our emotional, that we're not letting take over us because we're finding that balance and we're releasing what no longer serves us. So, as always, coming towards the top of our mat, feet hip width apart, we're going back to these bounces we haven't done for a little while. We're shaking off, we're releasing, we're warming up the spine as we may add a gentle twist side to side. Our shoulders are pulled down, but we're feeling that they're engaged. My hands, they're relaxing. Yesterday we were keeping them out. Today they're allowed to be where they want to be. And as we're coming up and down with our hands, we're gently touching onto our stomach. We're touching into our inner feminine. Allowing ourselves to give us care and love, knowing that we are the product of our mother, that we came from their womb, that we were birthed into this world. We remind ourselves of this miracle of who we are right now as we're gently tapping upon our stomach. Then we bring the arms in front of us as they come above the head, and we're reaching up towards the ceiling, we're reaching up towards the heavens. We're gently touching our shoulder. We're again finding a touch between our physical body and our spiritual body, our self and our higher being. We're receiving and giving intentions towards the world. So bring our arms down again. Go into a gentle swing, the arms forward and back, keeping the body facing forward for now, as we're warming up the back, the shoulders and the spine. Allowing the arms to move further outwards, if this serves you. Working in diagonals as if we're each side of the moon. Then lifting up side to side, in our own time and our own breath. Feeling the swing and the semicircle shape of a half crescent moon as we're swinging down and up. And then we begin to move in our full moon by allowing a big circle all the way around and back. So go to the right, the left, right, all the way round, the right again. Left, right, all the way round, right, left, all the way round. Doing 2 more of these in your own breath, in your own time. Allowing the arms to be polar opposite, but working together in balance. We're going to rest our arms. Stand hip width apart, toes and knees facing forward. Hands are going to be on the side of our body. And we're just going to gently slide our hands down, allowing our spine to move sideways, keeping our back straight, as if there is still that brick wall against us. And as we're allowing our head to move with the body, keeping in line with the spine, we're imagining stardust falling out of our ears, as we remind ourselves we are part of the universe and we are in balance with the universe. I'm going to do 2 more of these on each side. Finding a balance with the outside sounds as well. And exhale, we're coming back to centre, we're placing the hands on the hips, just moving forward and back with the spine. As we're leading from the chest and allowing the core to follow. My legs are grounded. And I'm moving in 3 clear motions, front, middle, back. Moving wherever is comfortable for you today. As we now move right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle. Imagine as someone is pushing your ribs to one side, and we're flexible and agile enough to move with that. We're noticing the curves within our body. As we now start to circle in any direction, going as slow or fast as we can, moving from the left, forward, right, back. And practicing this, even if it is in the 4 stages of our circle, of our full moon, of our chest, of our stomach, of our belly button, which was our life giver. Allowing the head to move with the body, releasing any tension from the neck. We move the other direction. We're finding balance by moving both right and left, good and bad, light and dark, masculine and feminine. The next exhale, coming back to our neutral. I'm just going to peel those feet up again, lifting the heels, keeping the toes grounded. Allow yourself to switch and twist your body now with this. So if the right foot's coming up, my body's swinging to the right, left foot, body's to the left. I'm bringing my ego gliding arms out again. So I'm seeing how they naturally move, knowing it's okay if they don't really touch, because I know that that is still there. But I'm allowing myself to loosen and glide through space. Sometimes the feminine can be seen as the emotional, and people seem to think that emotional is also the same as over-emotional. Having emotions is normal, and it's good that we need to express and have all emotions, positive and negative, happy and sad, but that we don't sit in them for too long. That we're able to wade our way through as we are right now, being able to shift and see the right and the left hand side. Allowing to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Allowing our emotions not to control us or dictate everything we do, as we know that they change. But our emotions to help us understand where we are right now and what we might need in order to give to our self-care. So if we're feeling sad, there might be a lot of love for something that may not be here, something you may miss. If you may feel angry, I often think anger hides our true emotion. If we feel happy, what self-care, what self-love are we giving to ourselves right now? What's feeding our need? What is the most important thing for us? As we wade our way through the emotions to the deeper core meaning. So we reduce our way back down to a standing neutral, standing tall, shoulders down, head up. Going to make sure we have some space in front of us. With an inhale, we're bringing our hands to a prayer position. Bring them up above our head as we're gently lifting our chest towards the ceiling without moving our lower back or our core. So we're feeling that engagement and we're just gently lifting. It's very subtle. And then exhale, we're coming back to a neutral. Inhale, lifting our chest up to the ceiling, keeping the core engaged. Exhale, coming down. We'll do 5 more of these in our own breath. As we're allowing our hands of their journey from the top of our head to our heart and back up again, to feel the connection with that, the environment in our body. Whether we're touching or not, we're feeling that energy connection. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale, lifting. When we're done, resting our hands in a prayer position in front of us. We're going to place the right hand down and allow it to slide and our body to move with it. For now, keeping our hand in that prayer position. Keeping our shoulders stacked as if there's a brick wall behind us and our gaze is looking forward. Exhale, we're rolling back up again to neutral. Meeting back in prayer. Putting the left hand on our leg, allowing us to slide our way down again. We want to make sure we have even weight between the feet, so I'm not leaning to one side. Exhale, coming up, I'm strong in where I am, and I'm flexible and agile enough to bend as I move towards the left and the right in my own time. Inhale, coming up, exhale, rolling down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Allow yourself to notice the curve in the spine, the half moon shape that's forming, the strength that we have by keeping our shoulders stacked, moving as high or as low as we feel, testing with all angles to see how this varies sensation in our body. Knowing to not overforce ourselves for ego. Making sure that top shoulder is rolled back as we move to the side. As we gently bring the moon up slightly higher, higher each time. Until you're almost neutral. And find your way back to the neutral position. Our hands come across again. Elbows above our head, bending our knees and rolling down into ragdoll. Keeping the knees bent, the knees and the feet facing forward, and the head relaxed. You may want to place your hands on the earth beneath you as you notice the natural curve in your spine. The semicircle again of the moon. As we exhale, bend the knees, tuck up from the lower spine all the way to the top with the head being last. We're going to spread out our left hand and cover our left hand with our right fist, placing this underneath the small of the back, so where the tailbone would be. With an inhale, we're breathing up, and with an exhale, we're gently lifting our chest to the ceiling again, opening up the shoulders. Exhale, coming straight. Inhale again, we're lifting up. Exhale, we may allow ourselves to move slightly lower as we move the rest of the back. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, coming down. Exhale, coming up. Not pushing ourselves, but going to wherever feels natural today. Knowing each day may be different. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding down, feeling the support of the hands on the small of the back. Noticing this curved shape. As we exhale again, bringing our wrists, our hands in line with our elbows, folding down into ragdoll with our bent knees. You place both the hands on the floor, walk them forward, walk your feet back into a plank so that my wrists are underneath my shoulders, and I lift my hips up towards the ceiling, ears are in line with my elbows, my heels are working towards the mat, being okay if they're not there. My core is engaged and I'm nice and long as I'm in downward dog. I'm pushing away from the floor with my hands and my feet. My shoulders are tucked down and I'm noticing my natural breath. As I exhale, I'm shifting my weight towards the right foot and lifting up the left, aiming to keep the hips as straight as I can. Both legs are as straight as possible. And then my top leg, my left leg, the toe is going to work towards the right elbow as I allow it to bend. Feeling the stretch in my quad. As I exhale, bring the leg straight again and back into downward dog. Again, finding the length in the spine, the engagement of the core. As I exhale, shift the weight towards the left, lifting the right leg up nice and straight. Then working my right toe towards my left elbow as I allow my leg to bend. Exhale, straightening, coming back to downward dog, plank, knees, into child's pose. I'm finding an opening in the hips. I'm allowing play, bend and flexibility as we think of the cycle, the circle of the full moon, and the half shape, the smiley face of the present. Here I'm allowing my back, my hips, my shoulders to relax onto the floor beneath me. As when I exhale, I come to all fours and come up into my cat position, my head and my tail meeting underneath. I stay here for some breaths, noticing the natural curve in my body, the protection of the core. As I exhale, allowing the head and the tail to slowly meet above. Allowing my face to be covered with the moonlight. My eyes are closed as I'm navigating in darkness, but it's okay because I have this understanding of my body. I have this understanding of the curves, and I can sense my body that I do not need to be afraid of the darkness, because I can wade and move through. As I exhale, bring my head and tail again to meet underneath, as I have this curved upper back. Sometimes emotions may blind us. We may not be able to see clearly. There's a phrase I love, it says, even choppy water you cannot see through. But if you wait for the sea to calm, it is clear as day. And the feminine knows her power is in her emotions and self-understanding. And she doesn't get lost or stuck in them, but she wades through and allows them to clear, to think and see clearly. As I exhale, as I bring my face back up to the moonlight, as I realise I can see and navigate clearly, because I'm not getting stuck in my emotions, but I have my feminine power to understand them. As I exhale, come into a straight tabletop by engaging my core, finding length in the neck. Straighten my back legs again into a plank and come back into downward dog. This time I'm going straight to shifting the weight towards my right leg, lifting up the left nice and straight, reaching up towards the heavens. As I exhale, I'm bringing my left toe towards my right elbow. Exhale, straightening, and bringing the leg back down into downward dog. Taking a moment to refine the length as we shift the weight towards the left, lifting up the right. Exhaling, bringing that right toe towards the left elbow. Exhale, straightening. Coming down, forward into plank, and curling back into child's pose. And as I'm in child's pose, I'm imagining the full moon in my mind. I'm imagining the big circle of white, the gentle blur of moonlight in a rim around it. And I may or may not notice some of the moon's spots, some of the craters as grey dots among this big, vast white circle. I'm reminded as I look at the moon that the moon reflects the light of the sun, that they work in balance without ego, and that the moon is the Lord over the water, the seas, and the water within us. These waves of emotions, these cycles that seem to happen, and that we too can wade through them instead of getting stuck or drawn a sea. As I exhale, I'm coming back up to all fours, bringing my head and my tail to meet underneath me. As I'm noticing this N-shaped arch, my hands are pushing away from the floor as I'm actively feeling the stretch of my shoulders. And with an exhale, meeting my head up to the moonlight. And I'm doing a few of these in my own breath now. Every exhale coming down, inhale coming up. Keeping that even push against the floor. Finding a nice flow here, allowing it to feel natural, that just as you get to the end of the pose, you're already moving in transition to the other side. But there are no stops. And do 2 more of these in our own breath. As we exhale, coming up to our knees. Finding length as our shoulders come down, our head is lifted. We're going to come back to our gate. So come into our knees facing the side of our mat. Knees directly under our hips as we shift the weight towards the left. Bring that right foot out, so my right foot is facing 3 o'clock. Stay long and tall where I am. As I allow my right hand to rest on the outer thigh of my right leg. My left arm reaches up, my shoulders are pulled down. With an exhale, I'm allowing myself to slide towards the side. Not holding on to the knee, but either above or below. As I keep my right leg straight. And I'm feeling all the energy move towards the right hand side, but the stretch be in the left. May want to extend my arms outwards now as I move them towards the ceiling. Bringing the other one up. So I'm re-engaging my lower core, allowing my upper back to lift towards the moon. Exhaling, coming straight and bringing the arms to the either side. And twisting back round to 3 o'clock. We're going to do that 2 more times with an inhale, lifting. Exhale, sliding down. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, reaching up, allowing the upper body to reach towards. Exhale, straightening the spine. Next exhale, coming to 3 o'clock. Moving the arms down 1 more time. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, moving to the side. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, just upper body. Next exhale, finding length. Next exhale, 3 o'clock and down. As I'm now going to take a moment to slide towards my left hand side, plant my hand, reaching my right hand as high above my head as I can, finding the stretch, keeping that right foot towards 3 o'clock. As I exhale, opening up towards the sky, exhale, coming back down. As I'm now actively pushing into my hands and my feet, I'm allowing my bottom leg to lift up into a variation of plank. Resting that knee back down again. Bending my left knee as I come to crouch between the two. Working my bum towards the floor as my right knee is pointing up, my left knee is pointing out. With an exhale, I'm bringing that right knee down. Again, we can be sitting on a cushion if we need. Exhale, shifting the weight again. So we're coming back up again. We're going to do that 2 more times, straightening out the right leg again. Exhale, falling towards the left hand side, reaching that right arm over. Pushing as I actively lift up my left leg. So place it back down again. Shift my weight from the bottom to the top as I allow myself to ripple, finding a balance between the two. And each time it may vary slightly. I'm going to exhale, shifting my weight to sit in between. Exhale, coming back up as we do that 1 more time. Coming back into our gate position. Exhale, coming down towards the left hand side. Next exhale, I'm actively pushing and lifting up. Next exhale, I'm lifting down. So I'm swinging my body towards the right hand side as I crouch in between. Finding length in the spine. With the next exhale, I adjust. So I'm sitting between my 2 feet. Next exhale, I'm sitting up. We're going to do the same towards the other side now. So this time we're planting down our right, letting our left leg out. With an inhale, we're lifting up our right arm, allowing ourselves to slide down the left hand side. With an exhale, I'm bringing that right arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, just allow my upper body. Exhale, straighten the spine. Next exhale, come into the side and arms down. 2 more times as I inhale, lifting the arm up. Exhale, sliding down. Inhale, arm to ceiling. Exhale, just the upper body. Exhale, straightening the spine, engaging the core. Exhale to the side and arms down. 1 more time as you lift up. Exhale, sliding down. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, upper body. Exhale, straighten. Exhale, side and down. As you now inhale with the left hand, bringing the right hand to the floor. Next exhale, I'm lifting up my bottom leg. Finding that balance and the strength, knowing it's okay if each side are different. Exhale, bringing the knee down. Exhale, bringing the body across. So I'm in between. Exhale, sitting in between my feet. Exhale, coming back up again. Straightening that left leg. Right arm down, left arm up on an exhale. Next exhale, I'm evenly hitting to come into my plank. Next exhale, my knee is down. Next exhale, I'm moving. Next exhale, I'm resting in between. Next exhale, coming up for the 3rd and final time. So bring that left leg out. Exhale, bringing that left arm over. Exhale, lifting. Exhale, moving the body. Exhale, resting down. So exhale, come back to our knees, facing forward. So we really bring in our circles that we did as we began. Moving 5 times to the right. And then 5 times to the left. Your own time and your own breath. When these are done, we're going to end the session resting again into child's pose. So we allow our fingers to spread, our forehead to rest, as we bathe in the moonlight. So we wade through emotions, we can bend, we can be flexible, we can open. Our feminine power is knowing our emotions, allowing us to give our self-care, releasing what no longer serves it, but not getting stuck on the temporary. As we're lying here in child's pose, I'd like you to think of an intention for the rest of the day, something you would like to bring with you. It can be an idea or a thought. And then think of an intention to help you wade through this new period until the next new moon. What one thing, though there can be many, do you feel could help you? What act of self-care and self-love? As you set this intent, you exhale, rolling up, allowing the head to be last. Thank you so much for joining today's practice, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.